Hi there, Rebecca Martin with Rebecca Martin Coaching, teaching you transformational public speaking skills for your workplace and also for your life. Thank you so much for joining. I'm excited to offer you my new offering today, which is my communication update. And these communication updates are going to loosely follow the phases of the moon. And for those of you who know me or don't know me, my tendency is towards this kind of woo-woo California stuff, where I'm going to be talking about the energy of the time, the phases of the moon. I'm in no way an expert in astrology, but I do notice that my clients are battling some of the same things during the same time. And I'm encouraging them to take certain steps and certain actions um, during times that align with the phases of the moon, such as the new moon, the full moon, etc. And so I am a big lover of astrology. I do lots of reading in that area. I allow it to prompt my life, and I wanted to give this gift to you. Learning ways that the the time that we're in, what's happening in the universe, in the planets, and how you can take steps in your communication journey to amplify the energy that's already there. So I'll just dive right in here and say that we just had a new moon in Leo. Now, again, not an expert at all, but I do know from my reading and listening that this is all about taking up more space, becoming more bold, stepping into the spotlight. Leo is the lion, right? Let's hear that lion roar. But very specifically, it's not about, hey, look at me. It's really about stepping into the spotlight with authenticity and also letting go of some old baggage that you've had in the past. Now, let me say specifically how I've seen this show up for a few of my clients. And I share these stories because I hope that they resonate with you and also encourage you to look at these areas in your life. So one of my clients, she was, she all of a sudden started to have insights as to how she has always been a people pleaser throughout her entire life. She has performed for others. And she was given the message during this time, during our session, that really she needed to shift that around and start performing for herself. Her goal was personal satisfaction in her delivery, in her communication. And that's what she needed to focus on, showing up in a way that she felt like she was doing her job to the best of her ability, as opposed to trying to please the people around her. This was a major shift for her, and you might resonate with that shift. Where in your life do you perform for other people? Do you know yourself to be a people pleaser? How can you shift that narrative in your mind? How can you tell yourself and remind yourself, I'm here to do the best job that I can do for my own personal satisfaction. I'm not in charge of other people's reactions to how I show up. I'm in charge of how I show up, and I'm seeking my own personal satisfaction so that at the end of the day, I say, I did my best. I showed up to the best of my ability. Another one of my clients started to came to me because she felt like an old self was wanting to roll off her back. She felt like a new, more powerful, more direct, more mature self wanted to emerge. And she really saw this show up in her communication style. In the past, she had been very quiet, very reserved, very cautious, very young, very much deferring to the other people in the room who were maybe older, or she considered them to be more experienced. This was over for her. This old self no longer served her, and she was ready to be the expert, to be the authority, to be in the spotlight, to handle the challenge, to directly face whatever the issue was. And she was ready for people to look at her, speak to her, and treat her with respect. She wanted to shift her communication in that way to align with her new feeling of power, her new feeling of authority, her new feeling of wanting to take up space and wanting to be in the spotlight. So my question for you is, do you feel like an old self is coming off of you? Are there ways in which you functioned in the past or communicated yourself in the past that are no longer working for you? Not only that, but they're no longer true for you. Does this resonate with you? Her story. And what can you do to facilitate the shedding of the old skin and the growing of this new, more confident, more authoritative, more in your power you? The third client that I want to use as an example is one who I've been working with for many years. And she came to me during this time and said, I no longer want to be in the work environment that I'm in, which is a corporate work environment, though it's giving me a great salary, I have job stability, I'm doing good work, etc. I now am being called to a new path. I want to go out on my own. I want to put all my time and energy towards something I'm creating, as opposed to fielding all the drama and all of the junk that goes along with being a part of a large company. I encouraged her to find ways that she could begin to branch out, that she could listen to that inner voice and take the steps to pave the path for this new direction. So my question for you, do you feel called to a more authentic space? Do you feel called to do something, step out in boldness, let go of fear or any past beliefs about why you can't do that, and arrive in a much more empowered place? What's your relationship to people pleasing? Are there things and people and situations around you that are keeping you from stepping into your bolder, more powerful self? Is there anything that's holding you back, such as fear? And is there a way that you can help yourself to break through into onto a new path and into a new version of yourself? Now is the time for being brave. Now is the time for taking bold new steps. Now is the time to let go of people pleasing and start self-pleasing. None of this is going to feel necessarily comfortable. It's all going to feel a little awkward, a little bit new. But the universe is calling for these brave steps now. And as the month progresses, we'll see what the domino or the ripple effect of these new actions are. But I encourage you to take some new actions today or this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my communication update and you want to hear more, please give me a thumbs up. In the comments below, please let me know what your experience has been during this new moon. And as always, I appreciate you being a part of my community. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Mindset is the thing that's getting in your way. A presentation is simply a conversation, a dance that both of you are participating in.